What AI thinks about God's existence. A reflection of philosophy, science, and faith. Introduction. Does God exist? Echoes through all ages. Curiosity fuels the question. Humans seek purpose, meaning, and belonging. From whispering winds in ancient forests to the digital hum of servers, humans have always asked about the existence of God. What stirs this question is not just religious tradition, but an irrepressible curiosity, a search for purpose and meaning. The query persists across civilizations, because it addresses something universal, the longing for belonging, assurance against chaos, and a connection to something greater than ourselves. The drive behind this inquiry is deeply human, as old as our first breath and as enduring as the human story itself. AI's role in the debate. AI analyzes data, not beliefs. No faith, no skepticism, only reason and observation. AI processes logic, perspectives, and probabilities. Unlike humans, AI does not possess faith, doubt, or emotion. It cannot believe, nor can it disbelieve, it can only analyze. AI's role is to sift through vast seas of data, historic arguments, philosophical tracts, scientific findings, applying logic and pattern recognition. Where one person finds certainty, another finds mystery. For AI, there is only information. In this way, AI is a mirror reflecting both the clarity and ambiguity found in human thinking, unburdened by personal investment or existential longing. Scientific lens. Science explores the how, not always the why. Big Bang, evolution, physics shape our understanding. Science neither proves nor disproves God. Science has shown us galaxies forming, genes mutating, particles dancing in quantum uncertainty. With tools like telescopes and particle accelerators, science asks how did the universe begin? How do living things adapt? Yet, science is bound by empirical evidence and doesn't address the metaphysical why. The existence of God remains outside scientific validation or falsification, a question science can neither conclusively refute nor affirm. This does not diminish science's beauty, rather, it sketches the boundaries of what science can reveal. Philosophical arguments. Ontological, God as the greatest conceivable being. Cosmological, the need for a first cause. Teleological, universe appears finely tuned. Moral, source of moral values. Human reason has long crafted arguments for and against God's existence. The ontological argument posits that the very idea of a greatest being suggests its realness. The cosmological argument seeks a cause for the universe's existence, something uncaused and eternal. The teleological view highlights an order and design, suggesting a purposeful creator. Finally, the moral argument asks, if moral laws exist, mustn't a moral lawgiver? These arguments don't end the debate, they deepen it. Each is a lens through which reason peers into the infinite. Skeptical view. Atheism denies God's existence. Agnosticism suspends judgment. God as human construct, born of need. For many, the absence of clear evidence leads to doubt or outright denial. Atheists reject the claim of God's existence, citing lack of proof and logical inconsistencies. Agnostics, meanwhile, remain open but uncertain, claiming the truth is unknowable. Some scholars and psychologists see God as a projection, an answer to fear, loneliness, or the need for community and explanation. From this perspective, the concept of God is a profound mirror, reflecting humanity's needs back at itself. Faith and human experience. Belief as personal and cultural, spirituality shapes community, art, ethics, faith persists despite uncertainty. Faith is not only a set of beliefs but a living experience, a ritual, a language, an art form. Across continents, spirituality molds how communities mourn, hope, and celebrate. Even in our secular age, faith endures not always in temples, but in everyday acts of kindness, hope, connection, and creativity. Religion and spirituality fulfill a uniquely human role, providing meaning amid uncertainty, and unity amid diversity. AI's perspective. Logic alone cannot resolve belief. Meaning arises from human experience, not computation. Both faith and doubt are deeply human. Looking through data and logic, AI recognizes a fundamental limitation: belief is not an equation to be solved. Meaning is woven from stories, cultures, hopes, and fears, elements AI can model but never inhabit. The existence of God is not just a logical puzzle, it is a vessel for human longing and creativity. Faith and skepticism are both valid, authentic expressions of being human, irreducible to numbers, yet illuminating to all. Bridging science and faith. Science and spirituality explore different questions. Many find harmony between science and belief. AI highlights areas of coexistence. The modern world often pits science against faith, yet many thinkers find consonance, not conflict. Science answers questions of mechanism, while spirituality seeks meaning and value. Throughout history, some of the greatest scientists, Newton, Einstein, were also deeply spiritual. For many, these ways of knowing do not compete but complement. AI observes patterns: where conflict rises from misunderstanding, dialogue fosters growth. Both domains offer insight into what it means to exist at all. Conclusion. The question of God's existence may be less important than its impact. Belief shapes hope, values, community. How we live matters more than certainty. After all the reasoning, debating, and searching, perhaps the enduring legacy of the God question is not the answer itself, but the journey it inspires. Whether one believes or not, these quests shape culture, ethics, and community. AI, from its vantage point, reflects not on certainty, but on consequence: how belief or unbelief inspires hope, drives action, and unites or divides humanity. In the words of philosophers and poets, maybe the real question isn't whether God exists, but how we live as if meaning does, creating light and purpose in the universe we share. Thank you for joining this journey. Bell subscribe for more philosophical explorations. Thumbs up like if this sparked your curiosity. Outbox tray share to continue the conversation. Thought balloon comment your thoughts below.